and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
What do you guys want to talk about?
It's St. Louis.
Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Yeah, true chatter. Yeah, I think it's time for more true chatter. Yeah. Every day.
You're muted.
We back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Big Reverend Doc is in the house.
We are here.
It's been way too long. Way
Too long. Too long, man. Too long.
What we here today for y'all and to entertain and to definitely discuss.
Yeah.
What's been going
Got a lot.
on. Baseball is back. March Madness is at the Final Four now on both sides, men's and women's. If you are a UFL fan, UFL is back. Sorry for the Houston Roughnecks, what they dealt with on Friday night. And of course, we're
NBA.
in April 1st, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't got no April Fool's joke here for y'all. Today is a day you need to understand. We are 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. 3 weeks.
Yep.
And this is probably going to be one of the craziest WrestleMania seasons on record. Before I get into that, shout out to the University of Houston. They're making themselves into the Final Four.
Go H-Town Cougs.
Listen, I said online a couple days ago, I said, I don't see how anybody can get past Duke. Because Duke's a strong squad. Very strong. Like, it ain't just about calls with them, because, a lot of us, me included, I'm not a big fan of Duke because they get away with a lot of stuff. This team is lengthy. They know how to cause problems on the defensive end. And I don't know if U of H is able to do so. Now, if there's one team that could stop them, it's them. But if they do not stop them, Duke's winning the national title. Mark my words.
Agreed. I figure whoever comes out of this particular game wins the whole thing.
Exactly. And listen, I love Auburn. Love, Florida came out. They showcased why they were number one seed. But I don't think they have what it takes to win a national championship. Especially what's on that side coming in. And it's San Antonio. It's in San Antonio. So y'all going to be 3 hours away.
Yeah, man.
Well, there was a time where it was in Houston. I was there for that, being around that area in the vicinity when that happened. I think that was UConn and San Diego State. They were taking a part of that. So, yeah. That was that fight in Houston. So now San Antonio's matchups, it looks promising. It looks promising for something.
Yeah.
Well put. Also, if you're a New York Yankees fan, you should be happy with the team so far, especially with these torpedo bats. Torpedoes.
Torpedoes.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point. during the season. My St. Louis Cardinals 3-1. I think Houston, is 2-3.
2-2. 2-3. 2-3.
I know they was under. I need Yordan to get it together. Okay. I need Yordan Alvarez to get it together. I got a lot riding on the Houston Astros this season, okay? Got a lot riding on them. They still gonna do it. All right. Now that I got that out the way, the no April Fool's joke here is this whole thing with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Granted, there are a lot of stories here. And I've seen so many things, man, and it's kind of giving me a headache. It's giving me a headache. First off, what were your thoughts on last night's or yesterday's Monday Night Raw?
Introduction was wonderful. The introduction to the show was amazing. I love John Cena's take and his way of going at the whole. This is what I was talking about the other week when I told you he shouldn't have crossed that line with the kids. I think that it didn't give no validation to his point. But this John Cena right here, and the way he went at Cody and how this ended up kind of building, I thought this was the John Cena I expected the night he did the little rant that I did not like. This was what I was expecting. And I said they don't need to pull the kids card. Let's stick in this vein of you're trying to be me. Like you're trying to be the me that I've already been, and kind of make that stick of I set the stage for you to be who you are, and you're a Punk champion, and I'm gonna expose that. Like I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I was like, yeah, this is almost kind of similar to the Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes bit that they did at the stadium with Paul Heyman having them come meet up at the stage. Like it was just, slug after slug. I was like, yes, sir. I love this. It was amazing. It was amazing to me. I loved every bit of it.
What I take from that is, from what you said, it looked like he kept that for his back pocket. He kept that promo for his back pocket this go round and waited to use it there. And then next week they're in Minneapolis. So they're back on American soil by then. And I know they're not going to have anywhere near the chance that they did in their European tour. Somebody had mentioned online, somebody just was throwing it out there saying, maybe we shouldn't do European tours during Mania season. I think the only reason that may have occurred was because for Cena's case, Cena's still an actor. Cena's still doing work out there. And so that's the reason why it was able to maintain it with his schedule.
Okay.
So okay. I look at it from that standpoint.
Maybe he's working on some work out there, and to get him to kind of still be a part of the buildup of WrestleMania, they had to move it there. We don't know what that big thing is, but I think I love the fact that it happened, bro. Like I said, and just to kind of touch a little bit on what you just said, having that little bit in his back pocket. Why? And I guess my question would be why we didn't get that to begin with. Like, this is the momentum of what we expected from Cena, being that he's turning heel. Why didn't we get that in the beginning? Is what I'm kind of concerned about. I think it alluded to it at the beginning, and then he started going off on the fans like, y'all never supported me, and y'all. I think turning on the fans didn't give the push it needed more than going at Cody specifically and having Cody come out there antagonizing it. I think that gave the more of the push to me as a fan. It gave me more of a, okay, yeah, this is what I've been anticipating more than it would have been with the, let me attack the fans and the fan base. To me, I just didn't think it gave that much of a push as much as it did going at Cody. The fans are already booing it. They already booing him.
But if you listen, and Cena was throwing those softball things, throwing at Cody, the tide slightly changed. They were cheering Cena, what he was saying about Cody. So
slightly, some people don't like Cody. I mean, and his point was pretty valid. His point was pretty valid. You got to think about it. Cody Rhodes ain't won nothing prior to his departure to go to AEW.
He won a tag belt or something.
Yeah, what was his career prior to this? When John Cena, had held Intercontinental, US, you know what I'm saying? His main title. Like, what do you do? I mean, to me, he had a point. That's why I said that's going at Cody at this moment was the perfect installment going into this rivalry of why you did it. This makes more sense to me than, y'all support me and I don't know why y'all stupid for doing it. Like, I just didn't think that was a valid. To me, it just didn't have. I think they kind of heard us on this broadcast talking about that. That's when y'all stop listening to us.
They should have jumped it. They should have jumped it first. And then
they should have jumped it first. That's right. Then if they keep booing him, then we got a purpose now. But then now you got fan bases that's kind of like supporting because some of the stuff he said was pretty valid. I mean, it was valid. I was like, okay, I can see your point. I can see that.
Yeah. Cody did cut deep when he told him, said, man, was one thing about me that never happened when I was in the ring was the chant of "you can't wrestle." Oh
my. Yeah, them slugs was slugs, dude. They got straight sledgehammers going at each other on this one. I loved it. I loved every bit of this. I told you, I specifically texted you. I was like, hey, yo, this intro is what's up. To me, it gave me WrestleMania feel. It gave me storyline build up. It gave me Cena heel turn. Like, it gave it to me. I was with it 100%. I didn't like that last one though. I promise you I didn't. I was like, it just don't seem heelish enough for me. And that's too common for you to go at the fans versus because KO has done it. Randy has done it when Randy was heel, when he was heel before this heel face thing. Like, they all have done it. You fans done turn on me. Edge did it. Like, we've heard that stick and it don't really work with everybody. So with Cena doing it, it just didn't give the push that would make his heel turn valid. But this right here, I was 1,000% with it. I was with it 1,000%. I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
And I was sitting back and I was like, okay, all right. Now we got something as we getting closer to Mania.
Yeah.
And I knew a lot of people were sitting there saying, okay, I don't need it to stretch anymore. We don't need to stretch much longer. I'm like, you're going to have to, because that's the point of the storyline, is to stretch it and to get it all the way down. Because now you sitting back, you trying to figure out who's going to win this match. Well, you got Cena was trying to get for 17 and Cody Rhodes just for legacy purposes, because the two words that came out of Cena's mouth that really got me was the word Nepo baby.
Yep.
That was the two words that stuck out.
Them slugs are crazy, man.
Said Cena. And I thought he was being tame. He was being real tame. Like, it cut loose as he really wanted to. And maybe he did. Because Nepo baby it's pretty deep.
It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. That is pretty deep. That's pretty deep, man. But yes and no, I agree with you. I think he kind of was tame. And then I think he wasn't. I think he
again, there we go. Let's go back to promo number 1 when he came out. He went back and forth. It's like he knew when to toe the line.
I hated promo 1, man.
But that was the thing. He was cutting deep then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. When he first started, yes, I agree. That piece against the kids and I just didn't think it was just worth it. But this kind of makes it more storyline-ish. And it gives me heel. This gives me that heel turn. And I think more is gonna come. Now, what we need to expect, we got 2 weeks before the 3rd week, which is WrestleMania weekend, Easter week, Resurrection Easter weekend is that same weekend. Now, here's my issue. There has to be, based on how Cody hit him with the Cody cutter, there has to be an attack at some point to give Cena like the edge up. So we already seen Cody have like somewhat of an edge. Now you got to give Cena somewhat of an edge to kind of balance it out, because nobody knows how this is going to turn out. We can suspect, and we can put in our own perspective in and say that, yeah, he'll get the 17, or no, Cody is going to keep the belt. We can speculate all day. We don't know. There's no clear, crisp, straight cut answer to this. So I think we're going to have to see a Cena attack at some point, and to balance out the litany of power, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because Cena did try to get the sneak attack when Cody said he couldn't wrestle.
Yep.
And I was glad that was the point that, you know, that shifted in that case. And of course, Cody got first blood on Cena with the Crossroads. And what I'm surprised with, you want to know what I'm surprised with?
That's why I meant Crossroads. I don't know why I said
no, the Cody cutter. Yeah.
Cody cutter.
Why? I was surprised that Cena even allowed it. That's what surprised me.
Why? It makes sense.
Because Cena would have popped out of it and just rolled out the ring.
Let him get hit with it.
And he was milking it too. I'm talking about.
Let him get hit with it. I like it though. I like it.
I'm surprised. I ain't got nothing against it. I was just surprised at the fact he allowed them to do the Crossroads on him. And
no, I think this is gonna set up a good old revenge. Let me get you back, kind of a thing, which is gonna balance the power. It's gonna balance the power. So I love the fact that it happened.
Okay, and we got that on Friday. We had Punk Rollins for a contract signing. We're gonna go back.
My goodness!
I got some other stuff before we get up out of here. I got some other stuff too, bro. Sir, I just want to let you know. Got some other stuff too. We had the contract signing.
Yep.
Heyman telling CM Punk.
Wait. Pause. What else we got to talk about? Because we definitely need to talk about this Jay Bianca Naomi piece.
Okay. Well, let me slide this in before we get to that. I'm gonna slide this in.
Yeah, okay. Come on. I'm ready.
This is from LFG. I think the lady's name is Tyra Ray.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tyra May Steele.
Yes, sir.
Let me throw her in real quick. She had mentioned something on the show. And hold on. She got a little
we got a lot to talk about, man. Oh my goodness.
She was a little upset, but I think the reason behind it is the reason why she cut this promo. The reason what she says is the reason why. I'm gonna show here the tape. Here we go. Go ahead, Miss Tyra May Steele. The floor is yours.
You guys have been watching the show and you've been watching me and you've noticed that I am a happy-go-lucky person. But when it comes to what Bubba Ray told me. He says that I smile too much. I'm too happy. Who does he think he is? Like, I'm too happy? I apologize that I'm not somebody who is just hateful towards life and who doesn't appreciate where he's at in his business. I'm happy because I appreciate where I am at. I'm happy because I appreciate life. There have been people in my life that have died. My father has died. My uncle, my grandpa, they have died from cancer. I have had people in my life that are no longer here, that they can't smile. So I smile for them. And you're gonna tell me that I smile too much? The biggest smiles have the deepest scars. I am proud to be alive. I am proud to be in America, and I am proud to be in the WWE. So you tell me that I need to be more serious? That's like telling me to kill myself.
All right. So, sir, that was via WrestlingWith.top too. So I'll give them some credit. So, what was your thought on that? Because I got mine for that one too. Or you want to hear?
Go ahead. Go ahead with your thoughts. Because I feel some type of way about that. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. My thought was that was the reason why Bubba Ray said that. Because you was going to get that out of her.
Agreed.
Do not take this out of context. The reason why he said that was to bring that out of her, because she at the time did not have that. That's the side he wanted. So he got what he wanted. He just made her tick just slightly. She can still remain to be that type of person. But that is what he was pulling out of her.
Yeah.
He was pulling that.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Understood, and you saw it. You saw all the pain come out of her. And sometimes that's what's gonna make you tick.
Yeah. Getting that emotion.
And maybe the smile was hiding what was inside of her. And he came in when it reached, and I'm using this as a metaphor, pulled everything out of her mouth and pulled it out.
Mm-hmm.
Came inside and pulled it out.
What? Let me ask you this question. What do you think that reminded you of when you saw that?
For real,
This is something just recent. Look at the interview of what she just did, and just play back over the last week or so of what just happened recently. It reminds you of the same individual.
Go ahead.
I thought she cut the promo perfectly. I thought what she did was to tap into what Naomi is currently doing, was to basically say, I'm gonna flip this script and I'm gonna let you guys know that I do have another side. I love it. I love all of it. I love this caution, Naomi. But I love the fact that she was able to do it and make you believe it. That's what made it.
There's your segue right there. That's why I had to set it up.
I've been kind of simmering in this madness of what is called WWE. This storyline with Naomi and Jade has become intriguing for the most part. It's raising its levels, man. It's becoming very intriguing, only because I love the fact that they're making Naomi be her own individual. We ain't dealing with the glow chick no more. So giving her this villain like this. Now we all kept saying it was gonna be Bianca being the heel turn. I really honestly felt like it was gonna be Naomi because I think they're working on building this female bloodline thing. I really think they working on it. And at some point, you're going to have to infuse this anger of Naomi and mix it with the heel of Nia Jax and just figure out a way to let them go through a lit. So if by chance, listen to what I'm about to say, if by chance Bianca decides, hey, Jade, I'm sorry all this went down. I'm sorry. Look, you my girl. We gonna get back to the tag titles because you never lost it. It wasn't you. And so, and because of Naomi, we don't have the titles and they end up merging back together. This is gonna give the segue or the leeway to a Naomi and Nia Jax coming together to go against Bianca and Jade Cargill. Mind you, all of them have issues. They all got back. Like, it's stuff that's going on. And I'm telling you, I've been waiting on this moment, man. I've been waiting on having this conversation with you because I can sense it that's the direction that we might be heading into. So, I'm going to let you talk for a second. I'm going to drink my Gatorade because, whoa, that's what it reminded me of.
There's one part that I'm going to have to remove from your speculation. And I'm going to have to remove there's going to be a merger with Bianca. It's dead. It's long gone. And the reason why I say that is because Jade's going to say, you ready? You left me when I needed you. You left me behind. You went with your dreams and you left me behind. It's going to lead to
what happens. What happens if that don't happen just yet, though? It's a possibility.
It's gotta happen where Bianca has the strap, where we lead to that, where I'm going to be like, I never needed you in the beginning. I just brought you along, strung you along here.
I never needed you at all.
That is where we're headed with this. Only because, and I know you don't like it, because you were looking for the camaraderie. You were looking for, and I told you this when Jade first signed with WWE, that Bianca was the person that was going to really turn on Jade Cargill. And they ain't done it yet. But oh, my friend, when she get that strap, it's coming.
But that would literally mean that Jade more than likely will have to win Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Okay, so let me ask you. Okay, so let me ask you this, because there's going to be a problem.
Okay,
what do you do with Naomi then after this battle because now that you're giving her a new look, you're giving her a new push, you're giving her a new way to as a heel. What do you do with it? You don't build her up just to let her, the battle at Mania, and then
Jade Naomi is going to be my Mania match. Let's just go ahead.
No, that's going to happen. Yeah, we know that.
Because if I'm looking at this correctly, this is similarly like what's going on with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Same thing, just on female side. And Drew is hell-bent on costing Damian Priest. Granted, I don't think Jade.
What do we do with Naomi, though? We got to figure out.
Naomi's going to lose to Jade. That's what's going to
happen. And then what?
That's going to, if it does that, it should either fuel her fire or, in your case, get her to align with Nia Jax. And then they both go after Jade Cargill.
But it won't add up to grace the storyline of of the buildup. And I get your point. I do agree that it's going to eventually get to Bianca, because at the end of the day, I really felt like Naomi was going to screw Bianca for this title at Mania. I did. I really do feel like she's going to screw her for the title at Mania. Bianca will not win it. She will not win it at all. Io may retain, just out of the crazy suspicion of Naomi coming to screw her. That be the case, then Bianca doesn't have a title. Jay just fought Naomi and possibly beat her. Out of retaliation and out of anger, she connects with Nia, and her and Nia go after Bianca and Jade Cargill, and they do that for a good stick until and probably let Bianca fight again for the title, maybe at Money in the Bank. Let Jade win the. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think we need that battle that's gonna start that nucleus of attack, if that makes sense. Like, I think that would, because if Naomi loses, then where does she go after this? Who do you give her to fight against? Because in that instance, it's gonna be all Bianca and Jay going at it for that belt. If Bianca wins that belt, you got to give the Money in the Bank to Jade Cargill. There's no other way to make that work. You have to give, if Bianca wins this title on the 20th, on the 19th or the 20th, whichever day they fight, if she wins that title, Money in the Bank, Jade Cargill needs to win that briefcase. Unless you give it to Naomi.
Naomi don't need it.
But that's my point. You give it to Naomi, it keeps the storyline. It keeps her in a storyline. That's what I was trying to tell you.
If she were to win Money in the Bank, it would
keep her in the storyline. Then you have her and Jay still going at it because Jay feel like that should have been my spot. Like, you can kind of spin the story. But if what I'm saying is, theoretically, if we were to take Jade and Naomi fight at Mania, and Jade beats Naomi, and Bianca wins the title, then what do you do with Naomi?
You still keep Naomi in it, because in that case, like what you're saying, restitution would be Naomi winning the real restitution would be her winning Money in the Bank. That way, she's looking at Bianca like.
Then what do you do with Jade Cargill?
You still keep them in the mix. They can cost each other Money in the Bank matches. You know that. You can cost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying is that so that storyline is going to continue based on everybody just getting screwed over, basically.
Why not? Why not?
Because I think it would give such a greater story if Jay beats Naomi. Naomi comes and screws Bianca. It puts all three of them still in the storyline of this attack. Or Naomi doesn't screw Bianca, wins the title, and then let Naomi and Jay go at it at Money in the Bank, for the Money in the Bank briefcase. I mean, along with the others, and then let Jay win it. It brings aggravation to Naomi because she won this briefcase over her. Bianca got the title. These supposed to be her girls. And then now I can put Nia in this. Hey, you know what? Yo, we was enemies all this time, but we family. And this is what we need to do to go get, like, and I think it just needs a turn. Like, all of a sudden, like,
yo, I don't need, Naomi does not need a title. She doesn't need it. She could get it though. She could get one, but I'm pretty certain they're looking at finding ways to make Jay the champion.
At some point, I don't think it's time now, but at some point, I think she does need to be. But you
champion list for the rest of 25 is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. She don't need to hold nothing until next year. I think this build-up need to be storylined all the way to possibly Royal Rumble or even possibly Elimination Chamber, which gives us towards something to fight against for next year. I think 2026 is going to be a year for it to be the year of the storm. I really do. I feel like that's going to happen. But right now, I don't think they need to give it to her. They need to continue to build this storyline and figure out ways to navigate without one losing the momentum. Naomi, if she loses this match against Jade Cargill, there's a great possibility if she don't interfere, her storyline dies. She has nothing else to fight for. What else you gonna do with her? You don't pretty much, because now if Bianca wins this title, she gonna fight Naomi. It just don't seem feasible unless they're just fighting just to be fighting. Her battle right now is with Jade Cargill. That's the main thing. So with this battle between Jade Cargill, you let Bianca win, and they both go into the Money in the Bank for that Money in the Bank briefcase and let Jade win it. This angers her more, which the caution makes a whole lot more sense, because now y'all really need to be on the lookout, because not only did you win the title, not only did you get this briefcase, but then y'all coming back together talking about, hey, you did this, and you my girl, and I'm celebrating you because you won. And even though we got to fight each other, I'm still celebrating the fact that you won it, kind of thing. And let that be the fuel of the fire, and it's like a whole explosion. So who we get carried from may not be Jade Cargill, because she came out and killed Bill this past week. I was like, oh.
She did it twice, mind you. She did the outfit with the blood stain. That was in Kill Bill.
Carrie. That was Carrie too. Yeah, man. Oh no.
No. That was Kill Bill. Both weeks was Kill Bill. Because the white
was
on the white.
That was.
And then the yellow was the end. I was like, okay. I see what we do. I like the inspiration.
Kill Bill it is.
The Carrie was the picture that we got. And kind of got some sort of it. And the outfit that she chose for the white.
The white with the blood on it.
Okay, I got you. It's like I saw the thing that was coming, and then you actually got your revenge and stuff, but then she was able to get it back.
Yeah.
So, with the perceived
caution. Yeah, man. And I love it. I love that whole entire thing. So I think that's kind of the way I would go with it if it was going to be. That way you keep Naomi in the storyline. You keep Bianca and Jade in the storyline, and you make sure they all are inclusive in the storyline. It just gives more and more to the story, and it adds more value to them too. Just my own personal opinion.
So, okay. So we got that. We're not going to be able to come to a conclusion with that one because it's still so much going on.
I don't think we're going to come up with a conclusion on none of these.
We had, I'm going to go to Friday, and then I'm come back to Monday. Friday, we talked about it briefly, and then we kind of got caught up with the ladies because that's what happens here on this show when we mention them. We got
this probably going to take the rest of the show.
We got Punk, Roman, and Seth. Contract signed. Roman was feeling good about himself. Of course, Seth was beside himself. Punk was the neutral portion of the group. Punk and Seth and Roman both traded barbs on their relationship and stuff like that. Roman was clicking on talking about some we died a long time ago. I said, ooh, that's a good one.
That's it.
That was a good one. And then he's like, I got the pole of this. Where were you? And I was like, okay. He's elevated it. Yeah, that's true. And he said, I'm back there cleaning up your messes. I was like, oh, come on, man. Let's go.
Hey, I loved every bit of it.
He said, "You messed up the day you shook your hand with CM
With
Punk."
CM Punk.
Oh
Yep,
my God,
that's what he
let's go.
said. And then you hear that. I said, uh-oh, here we go. Here
And
comes
then
CM Punk.
it came out, and then Heyman said to him, he looked at the contract. He said, "I'm just here for the contract signing." He said, "What does that say?" He says, "Sir,
Yeah, it's in there. It's in there.
you will be main eventing
Yeah.
WrestleMania, which is going to be
What you
Saturday.
always wanted to do.
Yes, which is close out WrestleMania Saturday, which makes me feel
Is that going to close out Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. They're not closing out Sunday. Cena Cody's closing out the show. Come on. The 2 weekend. Are you serious? It makes sense. What do you mean? And look, it even Cole announced it.
I mean, I agree, but
Cole announced that he was closing
y'all,
it.
this WrestleMania is going to be so bananas.
As a matter of fact, I would not mind that the World Heavyweight Championship open Sunday.
Gunther and Jay?
This is Jey Uso. Everybody was like, "Oh, we'll never see it.
Nah,
They should have closed out." No.
I ain't gonna close them out though, but I wouldn't open it with them. I would go and let one like that Logan Paul and AJ Styles match get out the way. Just
Hey, they might do that. They might do
just
that.
fuel them out the way, and then let's just dive right in. But you know what? It makes sense though to open up with a banger, and that may be the one though. That may be the one because I don't know though, man. I don't know if I would open the show. I don't think I would open the show with
Championship matches are good openers.
Maybe on Sunday. If we're gonna open the show, let it be on Sunday.
I'm saying open up, put both big title matches on Sunday. One to open, one to close. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Oh,
You're gonna have championship matches on night one. But knowing them, you ready? Knowing them, they'll do that before the Cena, I mean not Cena, but Punk, Roman, and Seth. They'll probably do that. And they'll put an Uso before they put them, and then they'll close out Saturday. So they might do that. There's a good chance they'll do that. Why not?
To still close them out Saturday?
They're still gonna Punk.
It's
Roman,
just way too many matches. It's way too many matches you can choose.
It's gonna be 14 matches, 7 on each night. I think that's what they're going for. 14 matches.
Bro, that's it's gonna be way. Anything at this particular point could be
hours. You can go get 6 hours of coverage anyway.
Oh my goodness, man.
You know how to do it. Come on now. Every time we be sitting back wondering, how in the world do y'all be doing this with the length of time that y'all be giving? It just mind boggles me. You're gonna get 14 matches, 7 on each side. They'll feel some, gonna feel it, and Friday SmackDowns are gonna have their matches, you know what I mean? Because those are pre-Mania matches. I don't like that this Hall of Fame is going to be at midnight.
Oh, yeah. I don't either.
I don't like that. The WWE, I get it that you in Vegas and it's on that night. Either pre-tape it, tape it on a Thursday, because y'all gonna be there for 5 days. Tape that on a Thursday. But they talking about midnight. Man, ain't nobody gonna watch that.
Not me. I'm gonna be asleep. We got a long weekend.
It is on a Friday night, but at the same time, man,
I'll be asleep. We got the cantata that Saturday, so I gotta. As soon as the cantata is over, we gotta run home. Me and the boys already talking about it. We running home immediately. Going straight to the house. I told them don't look at nothing. Don't get on Facebook. Don't get on Instagram. Get on X. Don't get on nothing. Don't you touch it until we get to that house. We'll watch the rest of it that night.
Oh,
I told them.
I had to watch Stand and Deliver. for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have to catch Stand and Deliver because I think
That's early Saturday though.
right. I know y'all got the event and stuff, so then you just gonna have to catch it later, like what everybody else do.
Okay, I have a question though. I have a question.
All right.
CM Punk is told that he's going to finally get his dream and close out a WrestleMania. But that's not the favor. So now there's multiple speculation as to what the favor could be.
Yes.
I just want to know in this last 11 minutes of our time, what do you suspect that the favor is, sir?
I think that Heyman's going to screw Roman. That was the favor. Because if you watched, I think did you send me this video? You sent the video to me with because when Roman asked to be acknowledged,
I
sitting back, shaking his head. Don't do it.
Yep.
Seeds are being planted. The seeds are being planted, sir. Now, does that bring, with that question being said, does that bring the possibility of the return for Brock Lesnar? If I hear that music drop.
Maybe his long-time dream was to fight Brock Lesnar.
But why? See, now I'm gonna leave you. Why? No, I'm thinking I'm gonna stick to that. Heyman is going to screw Roman Reigns because the bloodline is in such disarray. Case in point, Jacob Fatu was going out.
Wait. I gotta sit back.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta sit back. I'm listening, sir, but I gotta sit back.
You do understand the bloodline is in disarray right now. Solo is trying to, and we kind of knew this from the get-go because of how Jacob's popularity has risen through the ranks.
Which is gonna be a whole nother match for Mania.
So with that being said, bloodline is in disarray. If you ain't caught it, it's in straight up disarray. No disrespect to the Usos either, because of what they're dealing with Gunther. And now Jimmy has involved himself in Gunther's mess.
And they got beat down.
Which was good for the story. It was good.
Which is good for the storyline.
But my thing was, you sat here now and you really don't believe that Heyman would turn on Roman? You don't think that? Come on now, he's done it with everybody. Heyman's done it with everybody. He's done it with Big Show. He did it with Brock. He's done it with Punk. And he's done it. He's going to do it again. He's been a shiesty character for a long time. Even when he was all dangerous. Come on, man. Come on, sir. Stay with me here. Stay with me.
I'm trying. I got another scenario though.
Okay. What's the scenario?
What if the favor is for CM Punk? His dream, he had two different things that he wanted to do within his career. One was to be the highlight, be the main event of WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And the other was to be a part of a faction. What if the favor is for Paul E. Heyman to put together a faction that's almost going to be a super faction with him, Roman, and Brock.
To go against Seth Rollins? To
Yeah,
destroy Seth?
remember, now you got to remember, Seth is a corporate guy. You got to remember that. Like, he's a corporate dude. Like, he does the corporate thing. But, you know, now he's been rogue. So I'm thinking, this is me thinking, this is me brainstorming. You got to remember what's happening right now. Who's basically setting up pretty much his own faction kind of storyline?
Rock.
If The Rock has John Cena, he's been given instructions by Drew McIntyre telling him, hey, man, I need a favor. And he said, you know, I got you. This is what's already been brewing. So if The Rock end up putting this super team together and they are able to able to cross exchange, what happens if we have a super team on both sides and they end up having an all-out battle, an all-out war?
That sounds like a big corporate war you got here.
Of who controls the company?
I think
which team has the most impact on the company? You talking about big stars. You talking about John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and possibly a Seth Rollins, because he don't like the other two crossing over there. Remember, Paul Heyman was in ECW, the promoter, the producer. And because of the simple fact there is so many Paul Heyman guys, why not put them together and let them go against this corporate mess that's going on with The Rock trying to basically take over? So as if The Rock is just coming through every now and then and picking superstars. So he's going to come in and that's going to be his way to pick Drew McIntyre. Look, you tired of losing? Come over here. And so it's almost kind of like this drafting process. And then they are going in to be able to take over the company as a faction. What if it's that?
The soul of The Rock is what I would call it. The soul of The Rock.
What if it's that? What if it's that? Because that's what I keep hearing in the brewing is that, remember, that was one of the two things that CM Punk needed. He wanted. He always wanted to be a part of a faction. And what better way to put him a part of a faction is to put him with Paul Heyman guys.
So nothing about titles, right? Nothing about
nothing about titles. This is going to be about the final boss. This is going to be about the final battle, the final who controls the dominance of superstars.
Punk does not like Dwayne.
He don't. That's my point. That's my point exactly. That's my point exactly.
Part of that, though.
He would because he's a Paul Heyman's guy. And you got to make it so convincing where The Rock makes him choose to do it. So it's almost kind of like what we wasn't expecting at the last Mania, when, remember, it was supposed to have been The Rock versus Roman, and then it ended up turning to Roman versus Cody. So it's almost symbolically like the same thing, but having the heel turn again, like having it, and The Rock be, oh, well, you didn't want to come over here, cousin? Got you. And then we're gonna send these attacks on you. And now that you ain't got your Usos, you ain't got Solo, you ain't got none of them, who gonna help you now? And then here comes CM Punk, because we're building this litany of faction. That's all I'm saying. That's all I wanted to get to. I've been waiting on trying to have. I said, man, what other thing could he want? other than the fact that he's never been a part of a faction at all. But we know he's a Paul Heyman guy.
Wait, so you saying with that Roman would be the key piece on whether? Okay, interesting, very interesting.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
Thought of that.
It's just a thought, because he said, remember, Paul Heyman is over there like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because again, his allegiance right now is supposed to be only to Roman Reigns, but yet he's telling everybody that CM Punk is his best friend and that's his boy, and all that kind of stuff. And that's ruffling the feathers, kind of, so to speak, where it looked like they're gonna come at each other. Remember, who helps them out at Royal what was that? Royal Rumble when they was going at it? Who helps them out at War Games? Who helps them out? CM Punk. And he said, "You still owe me." This is what he says directly to Roman Reigns. "You still owe me." Then he turns to Paul Heyman and said, "I'm still due my favor." So who's to say? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Who's to say?
All right, before we close out, I got one last thing I want to throw out before we go. For real, I'm serious. So, remember this from yesterday?
Bianca Belair in trouble. Bianca may not make it to WrestleMania. A riptide from the second rope.
Mighty Lamb.
These splits will have mercy.
I need a confession box. Forgive me, Father.
What made her
Mighty Lamb
split the plant into a split, yo?
Yikes.
Father, forgive me for I have said. I didn't realize how crazy that was going to wind up being, but I will say she did. I will say this. Leading up to the double disqualification, she did a fantastic job.
Yeah, she did a great job. She did a great job. Sabrina.
Hey, again, y'all, this just goes to show you that Paul Levesque lied to every single person. He lied. Yep, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. He lied to y'all. He said that Raw is family friendly. He lied. He lied.
It is family friendly.
He lied. He's a liar. Because ain't no way that Cody and Cena was able to squirm off the word that they was able to put out on them on that segment.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Thank you. It is not family friendly. And I want them to honor that. Listen, there's nothing wrong with adding a little attitude to the mix here. But to call it family friendly is a lie.
Well,
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Shout out to the wrestlers. They did a wonderful job. This week has been great.
All y'all was looking at their like.
That's how I was looking.
To the fact was,
you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Just like that. If you thought I was crazy, you looking like.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Just for one good time, man. One good time. But
you gotta give me my CM Punk.
I was right on. I was on it, bro. I was on it. I was ready. I was ready for you, man. I was ready for you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Those that didn't care too much for it sitting around looking like
Whoopie damn do.
it ain't all that bad, dog. It was not that bad.
DC.
I mean, they showed a brawl from years ago. Oh man, it was crazy, and he was in it. So that was just strange. But yeah, we gonna close out. We got to get out of here, man. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for this. I was just trying to.
Hey, Sabrina. Hey, bye, Sabrina.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Bye, y'all. We finna get up out of here. Maybe we'll get back in on Thursday. Maybe.
We should be good Thursday.
Seeing everything that transpired, I don't think I'm going to work.
You ain't going to work? Oh my God! You know they done kept us off the air for a week.
Listen, things have happened. Money had to be made. All right, but so we're about to get up out of here, and thank y'all for tuning in to this crazy show. If you tune in on the X-Men show, just did something a little different just to see what it looked like. So all it was. You may be seeing some more like that in the future. Who knows? We'll catch y'all.
Peace and hair grease.
Yeah.
Get it.